Actually, now that I'm looking at it, maybe that's a different volume than I want. Okay, like that? I don't know, I can never really tell, I'm just eyeballing it. Okay. And hello to you, Magdella. How do you get this on the fast sort of a thing? You circumcised here. Oh, do I have any well, I'm trying to wet it down so it doesn't stick out because I wanna go out later. Woohoo! But I see we've had a distribution of a very quick smiley face, and you're saying, "Hello there, by the way, streamer. Who are you? Where's your? What did you do to her? It's not that big of a haircut. Hello, come on." And they're saying, "Did somebody say hello?" Yes, I'm saying it now. I'm saying it now. Hello to you. Ah. I feel like maybe I need to start several alarms to start the stream at least an hour earlier. But the thing is that at like okay, 1 hour and 25 minutes earlier than the time that it is right now. Next Monday, I'm gonna be having a class. It's an American holiday now, so I don't have a class right now, but it's about to start happening. It's about to start happening. You're at 104 degrees. Oh my gosh. I feel like I almost had like a weird dream about that. Okay, so hell yeah, lost 89.6 of their mass. Isn't that big of a change? Hello? Hello? All of it, okay, a lot of it is chopped off and was on the floor, dare I say, and then the hairdresser, while sweeping it up, said, "Look at this, wow, you waited a long time to come in for a haircut." But, I have mass, hello, said heavy hair. You had a dream about me being at 100.4 degrees? The thing that I was doing exactly before sleeping was very similar to that, so it feels like a dream, but it was not a dream. That explains nothing, but now it's something that I've said. So, okay, you're saying I look like egg because of my shiny dome. Excuse me. Going on a date later tonight, so please re-inspect my shiny dome. and let me know that I'm not about to start airbending, because if I am, I at least want to do so intentionally. Oh my god. Okay, there's Lotus saying, "You'll ever want to fly through the air and throw candy canes at people at potentially concussion-inducing speed. All of the last candy canes that I've encountered were itty-bitty skididdy." Didn't have to say it like that. But all of the candy canes I've seen were very small, you know? I know that some of them come in large sizes that are easier to cause a concussion with, but I don't usually think of causing a concussion with candy canes. I think of causing stabbing damage mostly, because they get so sharp. They're saying, okay, so you're saying, you mean you were me at 100.4 degrees before you were to sleep? You were me? That sounds plausible. Yeah. I, you, me, I was you, yeah. Yeah, that's something. Okay, so, clouds and Lotus saying, "Speaking of dreams, here's some strange shit. I'm a fellow who has dreams very rarely, but I've dreamed for the past 2 nights in a row." What is happening in the past 2 nights in a row? Are you freaked out, maybe? What'd you dream of? Yeah. A nightmare of all time for all the wrong reasons. Very spooky. I woke up in the middle of my sleeps because my dad was going away for work again in the early morning, or at least early for me, and I wanted to say goodbye, because I don't know, that's a family tradition. We like to say the goodbye. I'm getting more than one smiley face up in here. No, this is something entirely different. What goes on here? Yeah, hell yeah. Okay, so I feel like something dynamic up in here. Can I do it? Dynamic sketches? Whoa! Hello to you, Pumbaa. Hey, you made it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hey. I, I wasn't sure if you were just gonna be showing up for the vertical ones since they're easier to find apparently. I don't know what it is that makes them easier to find. Okay, so Magdala's saying you really want to know what happened the past 2 nights in a row. Okay, lore. Okay, it's funny. It's funny to call it lore, but it looks like it's could be anything. And so you're saying you had dreams, things that were there this morning. Oh, didn't you always dream? You just don't remember. No dreams at all mean serious brain damage. And the hello's happening. And Greg's saying nobody tells you that's actually a cat in the thumbnail. Hey, hey, is a raccoon more similar to a cat or a dog? I mean, it's neither because it is its own thing. But which one? And then they're saying there's a bear. There's a nightmare that was like a damn fever dream, though very strange. Have you ever had a fever dream for actual? Apparently, it includes some hallucinations. I did not know. There's Kai saying, "I asked for ASMR, not blank canvas." Oh dear. Oh my God. I mean, here's the previous canvas, which is still attached to the current canvas. We had some artisanal representations of pining. I think after streaming on Friday, I feel like I am feeling better, and that is kind of due to the stream. It did actually help to talk things out a bit. I hate that I keep second guessing whether I'm actually mentally doing better because it could be like a hormonal mistake or something. Youch, okay, having a hiccup. So, talk of husbando, talk of as much as $4,800 and then a marsupial. The I'm seeing it. You're saying it's a giraffe. You are gaslighting me. What the hell did I put in there? What did I actually put in there? What I want to find is a picture of a dynamic kick. A dynamic kick. If I can get a kick with dynamic kick, maybe? Something like that. It's an actual martial arts studio. That's not what I want. Stock, not sock. Stock photo. Looking things up on my other screen. Stock image, please. And so you said you thought it was a picture of me. I was wondering how she took a picture. It's a group photo of all of us. We really are talking about some things. And Greg saying, "Oh my gosh, sorry, I was sleeping on epicness." Oh, wait, like on the other side of the cabinet. Yeah, the fan art, it farts around. I need to support the things that come out of my mouth weird more often. I need to support those probably. I can't just be thinking about what I just said and questioning it constantly. So you're saying, why the hell is my scalp itchy? What is this sorcery? Ooh, I mean, wow, wow, excuse me. It's either, dude, am I allergic to something? Your scalp might be itchy because of not washing it, but it also could be itchy because of washing it too much and not moisturizing it. The return of the king, the return of the monarch, the return of the queen. Get up in here. You dropped your crown. Okay. So, Greg is itching your scalp. The haircut is itching you, and you're having some lore. I knew you were an ant all along, Greg. My theories were asleep. And then there's her saying, "No freaking way, I caught this stream." I mean, from unless someone was impersonating you, you also got the magma, and we're doing one of those every time there is a stream usually. But hello to you. Hey, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. You know what? Let's look up a picture of a crown to give you the best crown. Crown. Have you guys noticed celebrities smoking more openly lately? That's something that, I don't know, came across my social medias. And then there's Pumbaa saying, "I showed my mom Jaro and told her that's my wife." Hey, I may not be able to go over to your location in any meaningful way right now, but if you ever need to commit fraud by having me record a video saying something like, "Whoa, so happy to be married to you," or I I'm a reliable job reference. I have a suit I could dress up. Um, I feel like that's the least I can do over such a long distance. Okay, so you're saying there's an illusion where illusion people is great. Wait, you were an ant. There's an illusion for the itchy. And Magdala saying, so last week my PF had his birthday. Okay, congratulations, aging. You're saying me a few of his a few friends of his and his family had a celebration for him, congratulating him for getting old, if you will. We watched it. We had an awesome time, watched movies, and oh, he spent the 2 nights with them. And then it looks like some explaining is gonna happen up next. And first thing, I will join the magma for 5 minutes to draw a doodle, but I never have enough time for a stream. I see. Well, I mean, I'm thinking, I feel like I could take this stream to 90 minutes today. I feel like the past couple of Mondays have been that way. I don't know what's up. And honestly, the next Monday one, it might happen from inside the car. Classic recording style, to be in the car. I guess we'll see. And we've gone into explanations. Ooh. K-Town. Ooh. Okay, the homosexual moments. Okay, I'm drawing a crown. And okay. All of the different stock images give you something else. Okay, this particular crown, some kind of a 3D model, is going to be pretty fun to put down here. So you're being declared kind of gay, kind of extremely gay. You're saying you give your... I appreciate that. Okay, and then what else are we drawing first to go like this, but we want to smooth this out. Have the stabilizer down to 0, but we're about to get so stable. What I say about my mental state every time. Okay, we're about to get so stable. We are about to get so stable. Alright, you're saying, did I draw a pig on the crown? No, it was the brush. Oh, okay. And then this stock image is looking kind of like this, but also like this. Loving it. I feel like I was gonna think about something in particular. Oh, I have like resolutions that I've only put together on this side of January, the last half, the ass end of January. I've got some resolutions. I'm gonna cook something every month to try to learn recipes, but now I'm sort of, once I thought that over, I was like, I should make something out of the ingredients that are getting kind of old. My family bought a lot of arrowroot cookies, and I think mine have gotten totally stale, so I have to test the food safety of that. And then after, finding out whether I live after eating those old arrowroot cookies. But I should live, because they're dry, right? But, I'm gonna make them into like the crust for a tart, like a cookie crust. We're gonna get up in there. There's Lotus saying, I'm like the equivalent of the gay guy being invited to a girl's sleepover, but instead I'm a straight guy who sometimes Susanna finds himself in gay fandoms 90% of the time. You know, I wonder if that's happened because it's like artistic and stuff. I like that we can still keep having gay fandoms and stuff like that. I need to support the visibly gay people that I have in my life more, but they're walking just fine so far. Okay, what else are we thinking about? Okay, Magdala saying, your boy's graduating English next week. I shall celebrate with the friends of the course by going to an ancient city. I wish I had more cool ancient cities near me. Like ones that people like still lived in a little bit, but the ones near me, because I'm in the desert, they're like kind of a drive away from me, first of all. Kind of a drive. And then second of all, nobody lives in them because air conditioning has been invented since then, and it's kind of a war crime to exist in this environment. Getting hotter every year without air conditioning, can you imagine? No. Alright, what else are we looking at? Okay, imagine graduating English. I graduated England. Okay, they're stealing a crowd, and you know what this means. What does this mean? And there's something with him saying, Jaro, is the marriage offer still open? You give me a place to sleep and food, right? No, they don't have any of that, no. And if we divorce, I get half your stuff, right? Just asking. I can do marriage for, like, affection and maybe citizenship. Who knows where drama can take me. I don't know if I have many stuff, so, but I guess last stream I revealed having a weird amount of phones. You can have half my phones. Hopefully still like in a usable way and not like half down the middle. Alright, some yoinking is happening, but I don't know. I'm out here with a marriage offer. Get the prenup signed, get the what else do we like go on to like from there? Okay, so it means a cast donation to the streamer. Puma Post saying, Wow Williams and me. Jaro, we'll have to talk about ethical non-monogamy. Chill. Ah! Oh my gosh. The the absolute lore around here. Lotus saying, all I want from life is being accepted to a loving environment and being allowed to sleep under the bed. Oh. And so like in a cozy way or like in the bed behind me kind of a way? Because that's the structure behind me, that's a bed. Okay. Because, I mean, someone can live underneath that. So, you're saying Jaro is the less monogamial person to ever exist. How can't you know that? I'm still figuring it out, I want to say. I feel like I think I went into the latest round of dating or something. Okay, what would be a cool shape to, like, have on this crown? Maybe some little gooey shapes. Or some shapes that are like this guy, but like smaller. Okay. I feel like I'm figuring out whether the non-monogamy thing is just like a thing that I'm exploring, or okay, let's go like this. Here's the legs. Or could I actually make it work? Like, how do I actually function as a person? Because I feel like I don't know. I feel like I haven't had enough life experience to figure it out. Okay, where else were we going? Okay, there's the... You're saying I'm failing at the polyamorous, but still... Ow! Brutal. Okay, that's... that's totally fair. Okay, you're saying you're poor, and poor, there's river phones happening, and porridge, and puree, and copycat, and purge, and going to the Shadow Realm, and you're P. This ended with I'm P. Interesting. Wait. Are you doing recursion? I don't know if I meant to have recursion up in here, but I hope this is the coolest dang crown that we ever had. Oh my gosh. I made myself like get a little bit upset about restaurants that I've had the opportunity to try this morning, because somebody was trying like the Serendipity frozen hot chocolate over in New York, and the West Coast had a Serendipity like for a while. They had one and then it closed. I was like nearer to one for a while and didn't take the opportunity to have a slushy like frozen hot chocolate. So I think that has to be one of the things I figure out how to make this year, because I got mad. I looked up the way that I can't try it anymore without a plane ticket, and I got mad. Alright, what else are we thinking of? You're talking about a penalty. You can come out of the Shadow Realm now. Excellent. And then on the edge of the crown, let's put just a normal fellow. How about that? Kind of booty out like that. Okay, so the lore happening was an excellent sort of what are we calling it? The lore happening was a celebration of excellent proportions, an excellent celebration with the Morpheus family, and that's that's terribly charming. That's simply wonderful. Glad you've been having a good time over this weekend. And Magda was saying, by the way, I've been mistaken as my father on a phone call. I'm rather surprised by it because we sound nothing alike, but whatever. Ooh. For some reason, the first thing that goes into my head after you say that is, first thing that goes into my head is you have to sound gayer, but that feels like a whole endeavor. Feels like a whole, oh, maybe solely when answering the phone. I don't know. I keep trying to come up with solutions. I don't know if I have them. Okay, so you came out of the Shadow Realm and can speak against you evil laugh. Oh, what's your wisdom out of the Shadow Realm? 42. I got to watch the movie for Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy one time, but and where the answer to life, the universe, and everything was 42. I haven't read the books yet, despite them being very worthwhile. You're saying you're calling my dad gay now, Shadow? I can't believe this. You know, it's been 21 minutes into this stream. Perhaps I do log in, get live, and say your dad gay. Maybe that's what I do. Maybe that's the purpose of these. Alright. They're saying sometimes I mistake Shadow with their father too. Apparently when I was just born, all my relatives gathered around and said, whoa, she totally looks like her dad. That baby, that's a dad-looking baby, looks like her dad. And my mom was literally that one meme, labored for 9 months just to say that she looks like her damn father. She was literally like that before anyone put that, I don't know, to a screen or anything. But instead of saying she looks like her dad, she was like, okay, but you can't see that she looks like me too? I'm literally right here being ignored by all the relatives. She looks like me too. What are you saying? She felt completely ignored about all of that. And you know what? Maybe it's quite unfair, dare we say. So you're saying your dad isn't that cool? And there's the purpose of life. Your dad is so gay, I think you're adopted. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know where I'm going with this. Happy Pride Month. You know, it's definitely one of them that starts with J, and if it's a month starting with J and you feel pride, it's probably Pride Month. Let's get together in a parade about it. So, dad-looking baby, and Boomafo saying, how y'all gonna tell me about me and Shadow's relationship? Y'all don't even know the flavor of our relationship, of our Kool-Aid. Flavors. Yeah. I know that the two that I'm gonna consider myself to have been in and am currently in, relationship-wise, like 2 isn't really enough to establish a pattern when you're talking about data points on a graph, on a line, any kind of thing like that. But I mean, each of the 2 relationships is like made up of a bunch of little behaviors every day after day. I think in both times I've gotten into one, I've been so excited to get into one that I like press down things that make me upset and like don't talk about them. But like even though I'm able to like let go of things in the moment and have a good time with someone, like the next time I see them and hang out, even though I let go of things in the moment, apparently I don't let go of things long term. If that's I haven't like bothered anyone about it so far, but apparently that is toxic. And I learned, wow, what was that, pineapple? Ooh, hitting the pineapple on us. Okay, apparently if I just keep things inside and only hurt myself with them, that is considered toxic. Every day I learn some more, but I don't know, figuring stuff out like that. Okay, we're gonna keep on going. You're saying I bet it tastes like Skittles. Hallelujah, amen. I was told I also looked like my dad when I was born. Same beard too, with the beer belly. Maybe. Listen, if Cheryl can't beat me in a, if they can't beat me in a fight, they don't exist. Okay, I'm gonna admit it. I'm nosy. when people are like regular enough on this channel, I check the profile. um, and yours is like at the shooting range, and neither of the peoples that I know are like at the shooting range. So, damn, guess I'm married now. Guess I'm married now. There's the logic. It exists. I'm married now. And then, hello, too. Hey, pie. You're saying another day, another self-analysis. Don't worry, I do it too, bestie. It's like, I just really hope I'm getting somewhere productive from all that. But hello, on a Monday? You doing good on a Monday? How you doing? Okay, you're saying you taste like Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Oh my god. And your milkshake doesn't bring all the boys to the yard? Oh my god. Mountain Dew Baja Blast. The boys famously want this. Okay. Crazy images of a baby are popping into my mind right now. Have you ever seen Medieval Baby Jesus? They kept trying to paint that guy fully formed, perfect being out of the womb, but a baby with an adult's face is the worst thing that you could ever see. And they just painted that for fun back then. Alright. Having candy canes and grass. That's kind of a fun flavor profile. You're saying, I'm toxic, I don't care. You toxic, we toxic. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's really weird, like, growing up. I'm growing up in, like, the era of therapy speak and talking through your feelings and all of that stuff. And it's so great. And, okay, but then I look at, like, what my grandparents did specifically, what my grandparents have done, and sometimes I think to myself, okay, genetically, am I, like, more predisposed to, like, be a little bit insane, like not in, like, the blowing up, slashing people's tires type of way, but, like, in the, like in the starting a second family kind of a way. That was the thing my grandparents were such a fan of. I think maybe on both sides of it. I have like a lot of family. Wherever I go, I should do a 23andMe. Okay. Heck, saying, hey, did you check my profile? Shadow, no boundaries much. I think maybe I checked it at one point, but then that would have been last year at this point. So if you did anything new now, I don't know. And I think I probably also checked it to see what kind of profile picture you got going on. There's William saying, you check my channel without my consent. Where's my internet privacy? I thought you were showing me music and artisanal stuff on purpose. That wasn't on purpose? But this is awkward. There's Pumba saying, that just made my day. I want to upload more fishing videos too, but I haven't gone much. I mean, is it not? It's the middle of winter. That seems you could cast a line into a fishing pet store. You could cast a line into the fish section of a pet store, local aquarium. Everything else is frozen over, right? And also, my suggestion just now was kind of a menace. Okay, Doom Toxic, you already happened. Head by saying, 'tis a Monday, my dudes. More like a second more Garfield-like version. Shout out to MLK, folks had a dream. That's the U.S. federal holiday we're currently experiencing. And that makes me, I kind of want to look up some good videos about the guy, yeah. Because, I don't know, he showed up in my, U.S. politics, U.S. history class. And that was kind of recent enough, but, I don't know. I had a really good professor for that class, and I still didn't appreciate it well enough. Oh, Mama telling me that I cannot, or that she is not having a good time trying to get some rest in. The therapy, what is that? Is that the thing of goddamn liberals do, yeehaw and such? I feel like I'm equipped with the tools. Okay, I actually want to be on this crown too, if I may. I feel like I'm equipped with the tools and maybe the knowledge and maybe the resources to be a really communicative human being. Because even though I'm noticing that in relationships, I apparently crash out over big stuff and small stuff, but then nobody that I've dated has been able to, like, come on over to my house, anytime they want, apparently. One due to being on the other side of the country, and one due to being, apparently, in the hospital all the time for work purposes. And so whenever something like is making me crash out. I have a long time to cool down, and then rationality comes back into me, and then I feel I don't always feel good after the rationality comes back into me. Okay, we want like some kind of a outfit. It's been a while since I've worn one of my yellow shirts. Whoa, okay. Lately, even though my favorite color is yellow, I've been wearing green pants. But I have yellow pants. I have yellow orangish pants. I have like the fit kind of behind me. Okay, I haven't put that on yet because even though I was so sure that I was gonna like it that I got two of them. Okay, before saying camping, fishing, and shooting shooting your gums, no, shooting guns at inanimate objects are my therapy. Costs about the same. Okay, yeah, when you put it like that, I think about the cost of therapy, maybe getting a little ADHD medication. Okay, yeah, if I went for anything, it would be to get a little bit medicated. Whew. But if I'm not going for that, then the thing I would want to save up for, maybe spontaneous flight day trip to New York City to get the frozen hot chocolate. That if I were to do like, if I were to save up for travel based on like food-based whims, then I would like crave things, and then maybe the travel impulse would be a part of the craving, and that seems like a recipe for fiscal irresponsibility. Okay, there's Pumbafose. Told my therapist I quit my job to go back to school, so I would see her when I start my new career. Oh, okay. I mean, it makes sense, Lotus saying. Anyway, probably gonna head on over to Dreamland and actually function tomorrow. Bye, dorks. Best of luck to you. I'm literally very concerned on all of that. Okay. And they're very concerned about the sleep schedule. Good night, good sleep. And Magdalena saying I shoot animated objects. Walking chairs are the best targets. Water coolers are dangerous. Don't mess with them. And Pumbafoo with all caps. If they wanted to, they would. Yeah, with the person in town who like actually has more of the opportunity to I don't know, drive on over. Over this like past month, I've like had to incorporate that into my belief system a little more. If they wanted to, they would. I understand that both of the people that I am seeing or have seen or whatever the heck, both of the people like do get caught up in I want to say inertia, most likely, yeah, call it that, of everyday life. I don't know if my girl has thought about finding a plane ticket to come visit me. I don't know. I've visited across the country in person the two times that we've gotten to meet. But I don't know. I don't know what the thought process is. Okay, that's looking a little bit MC Hammer, but I think maybe that's something I have worn. You know what? Let's put the headphones on the sides of it, sort of. I get to be up here too. I don't know what that means, what that symbolizes. Ooh, skateboard. Thinking my thoughts. Okay. So, say goodnight, polar bears. Affirmative. Frozen hot chocolate mean cold chocolate. Yeah, I mean probably like an extremely cold chocolate, not gonna lie. That's but like how else do you tell people what's going on there, huh? And it's sort of in a cup, and then they also put the whipped cream on it, so that's like different from chocolate milk. Man, I'm thinking that over. I'm gonna give myself the brain aneurysms. Alright, so Magdalena saying, talking about therapy, I recently decided to end my sessions with mine recently. I have a final month to go, and that's it. Felt like nothing was getting any better, so okay. Yeah, it could be a wrong sort of a fit. The art buddy that I've gotten to meet up with in person and do some drawings. Do we have the Mussolini enthusiast coming back in here. I mean, okay, you got partway through, you got some of the way through drawing last time. No symbols, please. No symbols, please. Okay. There's Pumbaa saying ducks their hospital so I could fight them. I've been emotionally exhausted enough that I would almost kind of consider it, but that's the kind of thing. That's the kind of thing. I'm not even supposed to know this person's workplace, but I'm pretty sure I did figure it out. I don't know. I could ask, but I don't. But I wanted to ask like 2 months in, and now it's like 4 months in. I don't know what the timeline for asking where someone works like goes. Okay, where am I going here? So you're saying you failed therapy. This is not a joke. Are we all having some varied experiences with therapy? My goodness. Okay, you're saying, how do you do that? I'm gonna take you shooting and fishing. Papa's got you. Oh, are we doing adoptions? Are we doing adoptions right now? Talk of no murder. Wish I had therapy, low key. Right? Although from the sound of it, like, it's probably great to go for perspective, but also, we probably, if us folks who have not tried therapy were to walk into the therapy to try the therapy, I feel like we should probably go in with a list of things that we want to get better, a specific written down list, to like reference back to it, because, I mean, I do hear a lot of stories of people being like, this person is not addressing what I want addressed, and then this person, I don't feel any progress with them. Those are the two things that I hear from people having an ineffective therapy. This crown is very funny to me. This crown is extremely funny to me. Okay, what else is going on in here? A very cursed baby. Ooh, chuck that little lad. Alright. Shooting moving targets. You wish you had therapy. There's Pumafo saying, Magdala, sometimes you have to raw dog life. Quality of my life improved through therapy when I lowered the amount of sessions. Ooh, but also I'm a boomerish, stoic kind of guy and don't talk much. Oh, okay. Wait, does that mean we're getting the most of the amount of talking? Most of the amount of talking in this virtual setting? That's kind of fun. There's such a move saying, don't you have a fridge in your house, Charo? Pretty sure buying a chocolate milk carton and whipped cream at the local supermarket is cheaper than going to New York. You don't know that. Okay, but like, okay, but like, what? I'm really curious about like the specific slushy quality. Okay, I guess that I would try to make a bunch of these and then maybe bring one to somebody who has had it at Serendipity, New York. There's gotta be a foodie near me somewhere who's been to New York and has tried that business, who can be like, okay, you have to give me a lot of frozen hot chocolate, and I can tell you which one works, kind of a thing. There's Greg saying, I hate how ugly pineapples look in real life, and you have an alphabetized list, half joking, and gotta write it down on the paper, what I'm saying. If you got it, then get it going on. Magdala is saying, I had therapy when I was a teenager as well. It was free. The government provided the service to psychically in need children. We then moved on to focus and depression specifically rather than general. Ooh, okay. There's Greg saying, why aren't you just a yellow blob with cool green hair? Thought you were talking to me for a second. Okay, yeah, pineapple. Yeah, pineapple. Let's figure out what's going on here, pineapple. No, I think you're gonna get it. I think you're about to get it. I think it's, yeah, I can see you. I can see you with all of this. You're getting it. Why do fruits have to have details? I'm having a fun time drawing fruits lately. The split open ones, however, they're kind of symmetrical in a suggestive way, which I don't know about that. Alright, so you're saying because they were designed by the flying spaghetti monster. Ooh, we're back. Okay, wait, do you have like some conversion? Do I eat spaghetti or not eat spaghetti if I convert to pastafarianism? Because I'm interested in hearing what you have to say, but I like eating spaghetti, that's what I will say. Who drew that realistic pineapple? Was I conjured? Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. Are you putting a signature on the pineapple? Could have sworn that got pasted in. That's alright. That's good. That's alright. I have been having a pretty good time. Is this a one-legged jester with a crumpling crown? Oh, it could be a normal king in a normal crown. But the erectile dysfunction of the crown, sort of going over like that, it does make it look like a jester, sort of a hat. He stole the legs as well. Okay, you're saying, but Greg, I conjured it. Why are you signing it? Now this is truly a commentary on the world of art and original creation. Oh, there's William saying, you can't be their ex. It's impossible to divorce the flying spaghetti monster. We all together in their noodly tendrils. Appealing, probably. Okay, I need to read a webcomic perhaps about the tendrils before I can be, I don't know, fully devoted to the flying spaghetti monster. Check me out. Okay, then there's Greg saying it's the four-headed, 10-armed guy's worst enemy. A one-armed, one-legged, one-eyed guy. Oh, I thought homie was facing to the side. Thought it was like, not like this, but like the, okay. I do see it now. I do see it. That's important. Alright. Also has one sword, and that's someone dangerous to be enemies with. Okay. Mattel's saying I never married them, so technically didn't divorce them. Alright. What else am I looking at? Oh, one of my resolutions, other than drawing things that I want to remember, is to wait. Okay, strike that, reverse that. I wanted to start the sentence with a resolution other than cooking like one thing a month at least, or like trying a new recipe specifically, because I'm still gonna put food together whenever I need to put some food together. But I do want to try like one new recipe a month so I can maybe have skills. I want to have skills. That would be nice. The other thing I want to do, have a specific day for cleaning stuff. Did I like write down which days that I want those for? That seems important. One satisfying artistic project per month. Focus on it every Tuesday. Finish something by the 20th of each month. Dang. The 20th is tomorrow. And I said this on the 17th. Well, I could have really gone for that. And you're saying, what are you hugging, Shadow? Is that a plushie? And R1 is saying, Magma isn't working again, time to keyboard smash. Nice to visit with you then, keyboard smasher. Now this is my favorite hoodie. It has a hole for the thumb in the sleeve. It has one of them, and then it has it's kind of a longer, and then it has a zip down the front. And for some reason I'm having trouble finding another hoodie with those qualities. Maybe I'm not looking well enough, but I sort of wanted one. But yeah, it's my hoodie in a bundle, saying a stuffed kind of animal. I mean, lately my mom got a squishmallow for my dad to place on the couch and use as a big pillow. Those things are kind of unreal, not gonna lie. I mean, when they say they're very squishy, hell yeah, yes they are. Extremely squishy. You would truly not believe the squish. Alright. You're saying it's the old hair. I've kept the jar next to me now, the jar of hair, and it's getting more sunlight. So, I mean, there's a chance it could get a little bit blonde. Alright. Saying, don't all hoodies have a hole for the thumb? I mean, you buy the whole hand. What kind of clothes do you buy? Oh, like an extra hole for the thumb. Let's put my little arms through the little sleeves for a sec. Yeah, like that. Like that. And I think maybe I've had this hoodie for like for like maybe a full 10 years now, or coming up on 10 years, one of those. That makes sense to me, since now 2016 was 10 years ago. Imagine, mind-boggling, oh god. And Magdala is saying, guess what, birch trees, I'm motivated again, so I'm putting a goal to get better for a while. See me quit 5 days later. I mean, a goal that is specifically gonna end in 5 days, it could maybe be a little bit motivating. Depends on how you work in your mind. Talking about me so old. Slapping you. Okay, so you're saying you won't actually last that long. You will actually stick to it though. Okay, sticking to an art goal. Do you have art inspirations? The people that you look at the art and you're like, yeah, I'm inspired. Okay, are some hands happening here? What exactly do I wish to do with some art? Ooh, looks like there's some spooky creatures happening over here. I like it. Spooky creatures, but also little kitty cat. That's pretty good. Okay, what's something that I would specifically like to remember? In my mood tracker, I have yesterday marked down as a good day just because I was feeling good when the day ended, but like for the first half of it, don't know if I was feeling that good. Oh, hello. Red saying, is Jackson Pollock a real artist or just a CIA-sponsored psyop? Oh, well, I mean, I want to hear your logic and your reason right here, because, what would the CIA be trying to achieve in this specific example of, having a artist sort of artistically, bird crap all over the canvas? I mean, no doubt, in person, looks pretty cool. The problem with most people who are gonna find out about Jackson Pollock art, though, is that they're probably not gonna see it in person. They're probably gonna see it from a distance or online where it's not as cool. And so, I don't know. It might also be a thing, sort of a thing, where it's like communication with other artists. Jeez, my computer runs really hot these days. I can feel it through the bottom of the lap desk. And I have it sitting on like the lid of a baby food jar specifically so that I can, so that it like aerates well and doesn't trap heat. Okay, you're the inspiration of everyone. He's my uncle. And Fred is saying, during the Cold War, the CIA sponsored American postmodern art against the USSR's artists. Postmodern. But then it sounds like they would be doing that for like, look how much cooler and better we are, space race, whatever, for those kind of reasons. Oh, are my dice spilling because I left them on the table? They are. Alright. And then if people look at the Jackson Pollock and they don't immediately go, this is cooler and better than communism, then is that mission really succeeding? I don't know. But it does kind of make me want to visit a museum. There's like a couple museums in town, but since I started socializing, nobody has agreed to go to a museum with me yet, so maybe I have to keep asking people, because I think I gave up asking in like October, which was, I don't know, pretty soon into my socialization journey. I could probably get somebody out there, maybe. Okay, what else? And Macdella saying, yeah, I really like a particular artist drawing, though I have forgotten their name. My main goal isn't to draw amazing at first, but obviously I want to stay consistent and motivated. Yeah. Honestly, that's what started me out on my artistic journey, too. I found a set of drawing exercises that I wanted to do, and then made myself, like, complete each number of them, even when, it looked really bad and stuff. And like the dedication of going back and then emotionally being like, Okay, it looks bad this time, but I will not let that discourage me. I will show up again. Um, that was motivating. That was a worthwhile experience, even if the amount and type of lesson that I chose was emotionally painful. It was I think it turned out good. All right, so you're saying who the frick was Jackson Pollock? So if you've ever seen just a pigeon really boom, really lay one down, not an egg, um, just sort of a bird excrement. Here's an artist who managed to do the exact same thing on a canvas maybe the size of a very tall wall, but did it with like a bunch of colors of paint. I'm thinking of the right person, I think, right? Okay. Jackson Pollock. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe he's done, you know what? He's done a little bit more swooshes than a bird would. He's done a little bit more swooshes than a bird would. It could be a little dessert, the most infamous one, but it's like the size of it's bigger than people. It's bigger than people. Yeah, that's the one doing the art that is like that. You can see, very scribbly, and lucky bastard, he gets to be famous about it. And wow, he was born in 1912. That's rough. Can't believe people were doing that. Alright, that's also some Jackson Pollock at the Guggenheim Museum. Another thing that I could see if I went on over to New York for hot chocolate that is frozen. Alright, what else are we looking at? Okay, I like their conjoined twin Sebastian better though. And Fred Red saying museums are expensive and not very exciting compared to going to concerts. The last few times I was at a museum, it was admittedly less fun than a concert because now when I like listen to the songs that I heard at the concert and they just come up in my playlist, I remember like dancing with my whole entire body next to my best friend, and it is yeah, that is admittedly better than going to a museum. But I mean okay, your favorite artist tour ends and going to the museum is also fun. I did have fun at the museum last time I was in one. It was like I think it was like a Asian American history museum or something over in Washington D.C. They had an exhibit like that up, and thing about I guess Asian history and art is eventually there's gonna be a statue of a guy. I'm gonna pose next to it, just like the statue, and yeah, statue of a guy, statue of an animal. It's a bunch of stuff I can be near. I can see a deconstructed dictator on the side of my screen. I don't know if I want to scroll over there or not. Ah! Okay, that can be summoned at will. Anyway, all that was to say that I have fun at museums. I have to try on purpose, but I do have fun. Alright, it's a nice evening. I'm pleased to see you. You're saying, I don't agree. I'm way more entertained at museums than at a concert. Oh, you can't mosh at a museum, though. You can. Okay, some differing opinions on all of that. If you want to get your stream banned, scroll up on the canvas. Now there's the problem with telling somebody who keeps practicing art on real life dictators. Telling somebody don't try not to do the symbols or anything, because those specifically could truly get us very banned. Problem with that is that sometimes the dictator itself is a symbol. In fact. Alright, back to saying I like looking at the context of artifacts, people, their history and story. You can always go to both and like them both. I just like museums more. Ooh, that is fun. Yeah. I think live music in general is not better than a museum, but a concert where you really love the artist and like know some songs by heart, formative experience in your mind, that one's gonna give the museum a run for its money. Alright, let's try to stay on the good side of the canvas, but it keeps populating. Alright. There's Magdala saying, God, Charles, you're so extroverted. Okay. I I mean, when I think of the things that bug me into more introverted so-called behaviors, it's because when I'm in a scenario, I don't know when the right time to speak is. So I tend to assume that it's not allowed. Me speaking, it's not allowed. Um, so usually I don't, but one thing that happens with me is although although the people that I go to socialize with love to have a drink and be drunk and things like that, I do not feel that I am missing out on any of that because I can get funky. I've been known to get funky, completely sober, about to let loose, because probably because of an existential crisis at some point in my life, kind of a we are gonna dance because nothing else matters kind of a thing. It's saying I bet you like going out as well. Oh, well that's something that I noticed. Something okay. I almost got back into the canvas specifically. Something that I noticed with my mood tracker. It's going along. I'm tracking my moods, but they do actually get better when I exit the house, or at least exit my room and try to talk to people. Um, so I have to start being more intentional about that. I don't know. I had like an emotionally rough November, December, January. Had an emotionally rough time there. And so that really motivates me to figure out how all that business works. Okay, so you're saying, you mentioning it makes me Disney. Are you okay, Jaro? What was that? What did R1 do? Did they do it? What has happened? The bad symbol? Is it the salute? Oh no, there's just a portrait of a face with a very small mustache. There's a portrait of a face with a very small mustache. What was the are you okay portion happening? Oh, you're on a voice call. Let me be on a voice call too. In the magma. Let's go allow. This is happening. I still have tunes in my ears, so maybe it's not as loud as it has to be. But we could have voice chat at any time, isn't that something? Okay. And okay, there's some what is happening, and some get freaking ready, and things are less bad. Okay, there's MFR saying bye bye gang, gotta catch Z's. I'm giving my #1 crown back to the people. You know what? That's actually kind of remarkable. Wait, what did I miss? What happened to cause a #1 sort of a thing like that? I think huh, huh. Well, thanks for being here. #1, I suppose. Have a good sleep, and thanks for catching a stream. Good to see ya. Oh, that's nice. I got an email that my $200 textbook is available for pickup. That's great. Hope that goes well. Yeah, I think probably I'm gonna be more motivated to pass my classes if I write down the exact prices, because sometimes I lose some willpower in the middle and ending of the semester. But I should have been writing down I mean, I've passed. I'm getting all A's in the classes or whatever, but oh god. Yeah, I should write down the prices for proper motivation, and just sort of keep them posted on days where I don't feel like doing the homeworks. All right. So you're saying you forgot you don't have a microphone? Well, okay, interesting. And you've been silenced by YouTube. You've asked a question and been silenced. Can't believe this. Wait. Okay, you can. But okay, even if YouTube silences you, usually the Discord or the Magma, they do not silence anyone. What was the question? I'm afraid. All right. What made me happy yesterday? I had a haircut. Oh. Lately a bunch of things that make me happy are mixed with a little bit of sadness. Oh. I looked at some fake book covers that amused me slightly, but we could get more amused. Do I draw the thing that's mixed with sadness, or do I draw the... You know what? I could draw something from over a day ago, even though I'm clocking yesterday as a good day too. There's what he's saying. I lied, I'm sorry. I didn't forget. I didn't have a mic, I always knew. Oh, and so when we encounter maybe Mike in Deltarune, this is a sensitive topic for you, perhaps. This is a sensitive topic. Okay, you're saying, but your jeans are on fire now. Oh, pants on fire, but I gifted all my jeans. How dare you get those jeans back? Okay, what am I looking at specifically? I could draw some sushis. That was a fun thing that happened, what was that? Saturday, I wanna say? Yeah, this was Saturday. I got to have some sushis with my family, but it was like in the style of a boat, like for aesthetic purposes, and then you split that between people. It kind of equals out. It's too much for a single meal for sure, but eating it all together, you're gonna get stuffed to your gills. Okay, things that I am looking at. What do I want to draw? Yeah. Alright, that's good looking. This was also from that, same time. Woohoo! And we get a wow for dishes. And, that was a weird thing that I put on my dating profile, actually. And now I feel like I have a weird relationship with eating sushi. It's a great food. I do crave it. I just feel strange about it now because I did put it on my dating profile. I said if you're bisexual or Asian or Latino who likes sushi, then I'm interested. Sort of a, and it's sort of like in all caps. And I think when I put together the dating profile, I was full of unserious energy. But now I did just keep it up also. That's a choice. Okay, what else am I putting here? Some yellow. Then, saying Shadow, guess my voice tone, my wording, and my accent. If you do it right, then I can voice chat. I have an amount of attempts. Wait. Do I need to know that number before I start a programming class? I might be in trouble. And this MacBell saying, Charles, 2 a.m. and I can feel my energy depleting. I'm gonna drink a coffee. No, wait. You use your sleep schedule for stuff, right? Wait, is there something you have to? I'm not saying wait fast enough, am I? But there's something you've got to get to tomorrow where you can get into a good sleep. I don't know. I can it's get some sleep. Sleep is precious. Do not destroy it. Okay, what else am I looking at here? There's truly a kind of a neon color in this photo, I want to say. Saying you have nothing tomorrow, get wrecked, nerd. Interesting. Yeah, right. I guess that is a type of quality that can allow people to show up to a stream. I know that's the type of quality that allowed me to start streaming. I had nothing going on tomorrow in general, and before I showed up to a lot of streams. Okay, what else are we putting here? Kind of shaped like that. This one is I don't know, it's very precise. Okay, let's talk about putting you to sleep. You can destroy yours, but I can't mind double standards. Well, I mean, the thing is, I started streaming because I have nothing going on tomorrow, partially. But I mean, it has It's got nothing to do with being, I don't know, nothing to do with my sleep schedule, I'm gonna say. Because I'm doing this in the middle of the day. But, not being packed with plans in general. Alright. Okay, wait, maybe the little geometric shape of this is gonna bug me a little bit. Am I having some lag? Am I having some latency? Latency. Go like this. And then another little curve. Gosh. I'm probably gonna keep thinking of the if they wanted to, they would kind of a phrasing. Probably gonna keep thinking about that. Because, I mean, I value the people in my life immensely. And I've made excellent memories with the people that I have gotten to date and am dating. But also, I don't know if I've started any relationship in like an absolute feeling of safety. And that's strange to me. I need to write down that sort of pattern or tendency in my own, like, ups and downs of emotions. I need to write that down so that I can, I don't know, expect it or notice when it's happening. Okay, this is saying you guys are so busy, you have stuff to do, and I never have nothing tomorrow. Hey, you know I can't tell. You know I cannot tell. I cannot tell whatsoever when you're being serious or not serious. I'm gonna take you serious. Gonna take you seriously. And then there's my girl saying, I wish to remind you were awake at like 2 a.m. on Friday. Yeah, I've been sleeping kind of late. And then on Wednesday, my 11 a.m. class is starting. And I want to have the correct kind of momentum to get myself out of bed and clean and stuff for that one. And so I do need to write that down. I need to fix my sleep schedule before Wednesday. So that's kind of a tight timeline. It's a little bit of a tight timeline. Okay, we want that written down. Fix sleep before Wednesday. Very good, very good. And then he's saying, even commented on stuff, don't lie. My chest feels stuffy, I'm concerned. Okay, wait, you could get a warm drink or some such for a chest feeling stuffy. That's concerning. Perhaps a non-caffeinated drink, but you could get one. There's to him saying, what about us, Cheryl? You have memories with us. We are people too sometimes. Yes. Yes. In fact, you switching over to a Sebastian alter ego or whatever, that honestly amused me so much that when I went out with my psychiatrist friend, I included that in the life updates when we were like at a ramen bar, and then I also brought my mom to that because I had slept 4 hours and didn't really trust my ability to drive, so it's kind of a ramen bar, kind of a momin bar. A bar where my mom is. And then also my clinical doctor friend off a long day of work. Alright, but yeah, I have memories with you, and it makes me happy. Makes me very happy. Woohoo! Okay, you're saying there's an non-existent pressure. Stop it. And that's in the stuffiness in the chest. Did you live? My apologies to ask this late. You're saying I'm not dead yet. My heart does feel heavy. I can breathe, but it feels like I can't. Weird. And if it's not like a sudden, the common cold, are you having like is it from caffeine? Is it some kind of a panic attack? I hope not. I hope not. Hope you're doing alright, but, huh. Huh. Concerning, there's William saying, you discuss my private life with another person, my personal affairs. Well, excuse me. I did feel that it was very inflicted upon us all. Extremely inflicted, all of this amusing scenario. Extremely, very, an event, a happenstance. And, yeah, mentioned with a big ass smile on my face because, because it's quite amusing stuff. Alright, what else are we doing here? A little bit like this. And that's kind of almost the correct curve of this dessert. Getting the shape right, I swear. There's Magdala saying, I don't know, I want to cry for some reason. This happens from time to time. Like, it isn't dangerous, but it is uncomfortable, you know? That happens to me, but specifically it's from being premenstrual. If you're about to have distance from lover, distance from boyfriend, then maybe the withdrawals could make sad. I started speculating, and I don't know if any of that tracks or makes sense. Of course, I guess I don't want to rule anything out. It could be premenstrual. Saying, am I on my period? Is it my lady part? That's the closest comparison that I have. If you're not about to start like bleeding it like in a monthly kind of a way because of this, you're supposed to go to a doctor because you're like full of, I don't know, full of ghosts. Is that a deeply cursed thing to say? Probably just if I take it too serious. Alright, what else? Amusing. Noted. So Magdala, I didn't drink my coffee yet. How bad do you think I am? Wait, what's the connection between that? Is it like you think I'm having a heart attack type of a thing? I don't know. Okay, here's more of the shape. What have I got? How early do I want to get out of here? Because I do want to have enough time to get to a bakery before it closes. Ooh. Okay. Maybe like 15-minute maximum. Saying it could be. I'm not sick, it's just a pressure. It just happens sometimes, guys. Chill. The way you described it, though, it sounded like exactly like a hormonal imbalance that happens to me due to the blood curse. But you don't have the blood curse, so I think maybe I'll continue freaking out a little bit. Maybe, if you don't mind. I'm gonna freak out just a little bit, just a little. Okay. What else am I looking at? A little bit of this. Yeah, and now we can have a single slice of ice cream mochi. Wow! Because it's like literally like a circle, like cut into a little doughy thing, I did not really notice that naturally it has to form a perfect sort of a heart. Okay, maybe not a completely perfect heart, but a pretty good heart. That's fun. 2 hours. Talking about end of the stream at 2 hours from now. No, I'm getting to a bakery before it closes. Because I have a sweet tooth and I'm not going to New York. I'm not going to Jork it. I'm not going to Jork it nor York it. None of it. Alright. What else have we got? And you're saying, is it my uterus betraying me? Is it my flesh that's tearing me apart? Or is it the tears in my eyes that makes it seem so? I am the poet, yes. I mean, that's something that I kind of regret about the bouts of intense emotion that I've had since July. Since July. I didn't write enough poems about it. So, yeah, there's my recommendation. Whenever you're feeling an intense emotion, get out the pen, make a little poem. You're saying it has to be the balls. It's the male period. Very bloody, very normal. But the pee is stored in there, it can't be. So we've had an anatomy lesson, anatomical lesson. Okay, so there's that part up front, and then, but also the way the light hits it, to tell you where the edges of this shape are. Love it, love it, love it. I might be actually scooted too close to my drawing tablet. Alright, a slice of the mochi. It doesn't quite heart shape that intensely. And you started talking about peeing blood. Every day we get a fresh, new, desirable topic in these streams. Every day we get only the top of the pops. I feel like I'm able to go more announcer voice, more excited, more enthusiastic, on like 2 weeks before a period, and then it sort of takes a nosedive naturally, of course, sort of takes a nosedive into wondering whether I should have been born. But I'm in the good part. I'm in the good part right now, so I guess I have to enjoy the good part. It's just sort of startling to feel like none of it's under control. There's R1 saying, "We can replay Gartic Bone. My Magma website isn't working." Hey, I have time for like 1 round since we gotta leave the house, but what do I mean we gotta leave the house? You're not coming with me when I leave the house. But yeah. I do take requests, of course. So, what kind of Gartics can we get into? Well, we can, I think I want to click on it from the Discord, probably. Yeah. Whew. Now, it will have been a while since we had one, but I can find a link and get us set up that way. Oh dear. Surely it hasn't been since November. Anyway, copy a little... Copying links out of the Discord is always a little funny. A little goddamn hilarious to me. Go on over here. Not the Garfield font. And there's Josen. You appreciate more that part. You want to go now than us. What? What? What did you say just now? Okay, we're having a duplicate of the tab. Go like that. Garfield Pond. But I think the link is expired. Something like that. Yes, of course. So we are deleting things and having a new sort of a thing. And I'll just yeah. What kind of mode do you want to draw? Because I think I have room for like one singular round, and then we're out of here. What kind of one? The place you want to go, Jari. You appreciate it more than you appreciate us. They have a Basque cheesecake. That's the fluffiest thing that, and then it's really light and sweet. Now tell me what mode you want to go in. It's just extremely light and sweet cheesecake, and then it's very fluffy, and then I don't understand. Basically, if you send me a cheesecake right now, I can if you like get a cheesecake into my house, like before the Gartic phone round is over, I'll consider staying to finish it. But dude, the bakery that I'm going to, it closes. It closes at 5. Come on. It better be open on a federal holiday. I hope so. Talk of a pause. Let's do Exquisite Corpse mode. I like that one. Yeah, that one was very fun. Alright, nobody else wanna join? I'm gonna count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You can join. 3, what? 5. I'll stop counting on my fingers. Okay, you can join. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going. There's William saying, I can bake it now. Can send it to the States. Fast shipping would be about $580 US to arrive in 10 minutes. Well, we're drawing. And what are we drawing? Indeed. Okay. I want it to be something from my various things. Ooh, yeah, sure. I have like a meme in here lately, and it's super cute. All right, super kawaii type of thing. Okay, get like this, and then one of these, and then a little zoop of the hair. That's good, and then a little swoosh. I actually don't know what character this is, but it was like on a meme in one of my transgender subreddits where I look for only the best and most transgender memes. You gotta have some of that in your life. I truly believe. Okay, let's have some eyeballs. Ooh, my line quality is not so good, but I have to persist. Why am I so wobbly all the time? Every time. Okay, and then this one. Please don't lag on me. You're totally freezing up on me. You can't be doing this. You can't be doing this, please. Okay, please. Okay, like this. There's like a hat happening here. Like that. Up into the distance. You're saying I'm a college student. You can do it. You can presumably count. I don't feel confident about math. In fact, the last math class I was in, whenever the professor asked for more participation in like the Zoom calls of it all, I tried to participate so he wouldn't feel totally alone and alienated by technology, but I kept starting my sentences with I think, and he was like, why do you think? Why don't you know? If you have a calculator and everything, because I mean it is mathematics and you should know, but I think the entire teaching experience was making him lose his faith in humanity a little bit. He did not seem he was very dedicated, but also did not seem well, at least socially. I'm very grateful that I got to attend his class. Alright, we're getting some lag. Here's a bow. And the bow is a little bit smushed. Okay, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And a little bit of that also. And sort of a rose of hair on your head. I don't know who this is, but I am drawing this. Well, that's not a nice shape to look at. Okay, go like this. And then go like this. And this one also. Cool. Alright, and now I can fill in a little bit of colors. And then a little bit of purple. You're saying you chose a physics major? Gonna add this one, okay. And then we're gonna go like bop, bop. No, it's a lighter purple, so like this. And then what else? Blue hat. And then the purple comes back. But also it is still a lighter. Oh, I forgot I was supposed to just be drawing the head, and oh, that's gonna be fun then. That is going to be fun. Oh, that's going to be fun and amusing. Okay. Ooh, yeah, this is a good round to end off on. Anyway, let's, read what's happening. Okay, you're saying those liberals that making us uppers trans now, and Magdala saying, I've hated math since high school. It's been awful ever since trigonometry and functions. Honestly, I don't know how good I am with, that business as well. I mean, I have sort of I want to say I have a good mindset, for learning. I don't, like, give up easily, I hope. But, and I genuinely believe that if I take enough time with something, basically, then I could learn anything. I don't know how much that's gonna help me, though. Alright, so you chose physics as a major. My. And what poses am I looking at? I have some very good, wow, this is kind of wild. I have a couple of mock romance covers sort of in here, actually. I do. So that's kind of funny. Yeah. Wow. Just the latest from my saved images. This is gonna go great. Okay, you saying you're bad at math? I've lost all my respect. Why? Here's a channel having to do with the arts. I don't know if artists are known for being good at math. Honestly, I am surprised whenever I hear about an artist that is good at math. I'm surprised and blindingly jealous. Oh my god. One time I came across a really cute webtoon, in a really cute style, illustrated by a doctor in like an active war zone, and the art style was cute too. And sometimes that type of thing really drives home that I have done absolutely nothing with my life. Zero things with my life ever. Oh my god. There is so much that is possible, and I have not done it. And and I'm not even gonna pretend not to have a dizzying, sickening amount of jealousy, not necessarily about the war zone, but about having the doctor skills and the art skills at the same time. Wow. Well, I mean, it's simply remarkable. Okay, so what happens with this? Some kind of a dress, I guess? Yeah, that's what's in my camera roll. Not my camera roll. That's what's in my saved images, like this. Okay, go like this a little. You can take care of the hand, I'm sure. You can. There's Greg saying, one more Gartic round, I'll pay you so many gold diamonds. I don't know, how am I actually doing on time? Because I am nervous about being late. I'm not trying to leave. Okay. I'm trying to leave in the next 45 minutes. Here's a hand. And what other shapes are we gonna have here? The dress is red, so we're gonna go up in here. Okay, none of those. Magdala saying, do you not remember my lord, Otto? My lord dropping out even. Oh, did I say something like supportive towards the idea of Mac physics? Magdala with the physics? Alright, it tracks then everything that you have said. I'm gonna think over that once again, and I'm gonna say yes, of course it tracks. It tracks the lore. It's consistent. Have no doubts in here, folks. It's very consistent. I get some. Okay, and define over here. Do I want like some detail in the neck? Sure, that's what's happening there. Those are some wild shapes. There's Magdala saying, no, I'm not gonna put that on the internet. Double B's are being drawn, I see. Holy thickness. Nobody answered. What is X? Oh, 2 plus 2x equals X. Do I know math? Okay, without thinking, without doing the calculations in my head, my first, probably not 0. Okay, you're saying X is your father, which is -2, very hard math. Okay, and then we have, do I want to put some shading? Now we're about to run out of time. You're saying the caffeine didn't work, I'm still sleepy. Oh, my goodness. Well, I think I am about to head out of here. Yeah, certainly, definitely. The other days. Oh, dude, what is going on here? Some Jinko jeans. Some other days. You're saying, but my dad is always number 1. Well, excuse you. Some other types of days, I'm very easily convinced to go one more round. But I've been looking forward to meeting up with this person. Been looking forward to it all month. And then I've had the day and time locked in for a week, and I canceled with my bestie to make sure that I could get in here. Well, not exactly canceled, but rescheduled, because she suggested hanging out tonight because she's gonna be back in town. And I told her, wait, there's this thing I've been looking forward to all week. And so today specifically, I'm getting out of here after this specific last Gartic phone. And thank you very much for chiming in and tuning in for a fun sort of a stream. Here is some big folded up pants, let's say. Big old pants that are maybe kind of shorts. And I hope I'm gonna have enough time to get ready and get out of here, because I actually have not eaten yet, so maybe I should take care of that first. Have not eaten yet. I might have to take a dump. I'm not quite sure. I'm sitting here in a state where I'm like not quite sure. Might have to take a dump though. I'll get that figured out. Nobody asked for the 5th degree, is that what we call that? Nobody asked for the incredible details of why I'm logging off of this stream at that particular time, but completionist urge for the Gartic phone that I'm already in, but no continuance urge. She's saying the best of luck with it. Thanks for stopping by. The extrovert accusations, huh? Okay. Now I guess finish the stream right now, you can't miss it. I'm having the completionist urge. You're saying, I didn't tune in, I'm out of tune. Don't miss the meeting. Mukbang and dump stream before you go. I would sort of consider the one half of that the correct half of that, but I've specifically been told not to stream in the kitchen. I don't know. I think it's a good kitchen. I think it's a perfectly decent kitchen. But the request has been made. What can I say? Okay, another bit of a line. Fill some things in. You're saying cut the beat. Okay, I wish to witness our final Garts, since I've tuned in for this much arts. Have I got? Because when I agreed to this much, I was like, okay, I have the completionist urge, and this seems safe, right? So hopefully it's safe, timing-wise. I don't know. I honestly keep being late to stuff, and it's not a signal of my interest in the other person when I'm late to stuff. I genuinely, I have tried to do better, and I keep falling short. I don't know. Okay, I feel like I stated somewhere in here that I'm in a better mood than usual, but I don't know if I'm if I'm like conveying that whatsoever. I feel like we need bright red shoes. And the stream tight. We've been let alone too far. Oh my gosh. Some shoes are happening. You eat in the room where food is spilled. You don't have an eating room. Ooh. Yeah, I guess. Instead of a dining table, we have like a tall chair to eat at the kitchen counter, and then the dining nook that was supposed to hold the dining table, is a second pantry where my grandmother used to live for like a few months or a year. Yeah, that was strange. That was a strange time. I feel like maybe I should have put some sparkle on, you know? Is it too late to put a single sparkle? Sparkle on. Yeah, that's pretty satisfying. You have no room, but you must, the drawing Greg. My heart breaks. We must certainly have a Gartic stream. Next time, I shall certainly start that a little earlier. What the hell? The hell am I looking at? Alright. Okay. What? The one enormous foot really makes me question what's going on there. He said, "You remember making a bed in the pantry? It was so fun." Okay, this is specifically the thing that I'm extending the stream for. Okay, what a nice, happy, smiley little face. Ooh, she kind of bad though. Mick loving it. What's a fine lady if you can't get a little McDonald's? Can't get a little McDonald's together. Yeah, okay. Okay, that one, yeah. Okay. And then you had Italy on the mind. You were gonna put some Italy in whatever. Wow, Robo Italy. In whatever drawing that we put together. And then I put some shorts together and some heels. Okay, well, we came back to the same shade of red. Alright, so now I'm gonna try my hardest not to be late to this little thing that I've been looking forward to all week. You said you did something, but instead of a pantry, it was the freezer. I'm gonna believe you. You're like an igloo person. Okay, Gartic phone happening next Friday. Thank you all so much for being here. I sort of wanna look like down on the pineapple. Let's look down on this canvas for some pineapple progress. Oh, and somebody having a very huge munch. Thank you for your company. I shall see ya. So see ya next time. Oh my god, and my classes are starting too. Well,